The Man Who Stops Time. Fade in. Exterior, Washington, D.C., day, present. It's a beautiful, sunny autumn day, yet there's a tension in the air. People in the streets seem to scurry instead of walk. Cars are in a tangle, horns honk. Birds squawk while flying erratically, as if to avoid some intangible foe. Interior, White House, day. Two senior advisors, the fastidiously dressed Gerald, late 40s, and the more rumpled, slightly chubby Donahue, early 40s, walk briskly through the halls to the Oval Office.
The president has to sign the ICE bill now before it's too late.
These longer tremors should be convincing enough.
Exterior, Washington, D.C. street, day. A blue Honda is fighting traffic. Interior, Honda, day. Adam, 30s, behind the wheel and sole occupant, appears calm despite all the disorder going on outside his windshield. Ruggedly blue collar, his attention is on the road as he tries to make some progress. Through the Honda's windshield, Adam sees the traffic come to a standstill as pedestrians and cars gridlock an intersection. Back to scene. Adam glances at his watch, then gets out of his car. Interior, White House, day. The two advisors, Donahue and Gerald, are ushered into the Oval Office by the president's secretary, 50s. Furrow-browed and mostly gray, President Daniels, 60s, sits at his desk.
So, what's the consensus, gentlemen?
It's best if the bill gets signed now with conditions worsening.
Politically, it's a win-win situation. The people want a solution, and it'll make the industry guys happy.
Exterior, Washington, D.C. street, day. A policeman, 40s, nearby can't believe his eyes as Adam abandons his car and crosses the street in front of him.
You can't just leave your...
Suddenly, everything stops. Everything, except for Adam, who begins to jog quickly down the street. Interior, Oval Office, day. The president and the two advisors are frozen in time. Exterior, White House, day. Adam, just inside the front gate, jogs by 3 frozen Secret Service agents, then trips on a motionless squirrel.
Shoot.
Suddenly, everything comes alive.
Whoa, where'd you come from?
Exterior, Washington, D.C. street, day. The policeman stares at Adam's car without Adam.
What the...
Interior, Oval Office, day. The president and his two advisors confer.
Okay, bring me the bill now.
Exterior, White House, day. The 3 agents converge around Adam. Instead of reacting, Adam stands there with an inner calm.
How'd he get through?
The hell if I know.
I don't see a parachute.
Suddenly, everything stops again. Adam continues his jog past everybody and into the White House. Interior, White House, day. Adam moves quickly through the halls and after a few wrong turns finds the door to the Oval Office and enters. Interior, Oval Office, day. The president is motionless at his desk. His 2 frozen advisors, Donahue and Gerald, look like they were just leaving. Adam, breathing hard now, goes right over to the president's side and down on one knee.
President Daniels, listen to me. I've got something very important to say.
Super, New Jersey, 1982. Exterior hospital, night. An ambulance with its lights flashing screeches to a halt in front of the emergency entrance. Interior, labor room, night. Several nurses, various ages, dart about purposely attending to Miss Rhodes, 20s, a woman in the later stages of labor. Despite the agony of her pain, Miss Rhodes evidences the joy of an expectant mother. A mustachioed doctor, 50s, approaches in a no-nonsense fashion and leans in over her.
Miss Rhodes, it's too dangerous to put you under, you know?
She nods in understanding, and the doctor turns to one of the nurses.
Does she have everything in order?
Done days ago.
The doctor turns back to Miss Rhodes.
Miss Rhodes, do you have any special requests before we wheel you in?
The joy on Miss Rhodes' face intensifies.
Can you play my song?
Interior, delivery room, night. A beautiful song, You Light Up My Life by Debbie Boone, is one suggestion, plays over the sound system as the nurses and doctor assist Miss Rhodes in giving birth. The music overrides Miss Rhodes' involuntary cries of pain and the delivery team's frantic communications with each other. When the baby, Adam, finally comes, Miss Rhodes dies with the love only a mother can have for a child etched on her face. At that very moment, the song ends. As Adam is lifted up by the doctor, he does not cry. Instead, he looks out at the world with a peaceful curiosity. Super, 5 years later. Exterior, City Park, day. A group of street musicians, 20s and 30s, perform a pop song as young Adam, now 5, wanders about fascinated by all the sights of the busy park. Meanwhile, Adam's grandmother, 50s, keeps an eye on him. When the musicians play another song, it's the same one played at his birth. Immediately, it catches Adam's interest. He stops moving, and his eyes become big as saucers as the sound reverberates within him. Then it happens. As the song ends, everything stops around him. Adam looks all about at the unusual phenomenon, then goes over to a motionless squirrel nearby and pets its fur, the only part of it that moves. Later, Adam and his grandmother walk quietly out of the park.
You seem to like that one song, Adam.
Adam nods his head in agreement and smiles broadly.
Is there a song that makes everything stop for you, Grandma?
His grandmother slows her walk.
That's an interesting question for a young boy. I'd say whenever there's one that makes me think of your grandfather.
Don't you like it when the animals stop too?
His grandmother stops walking, scratches her head, and smiles quizzically at him. Interior, Adam's grandparents' house, attic, night. Adam's grandmother opens a box with a handle. In it are old 45 records in their sleeves. She thumbs through them until she finds the one she's looking for. Interior, Adam's room, night. Adam plays with some toys when there's a knock on the door. He opens it to see his grandmother holding out the record.
It was your mother's favorite.
Interior, Adam's room, day. Sunlight fills the room as Adam basks in it and sings along with the song played at his birth, sounding from a small stereo. Super, a few years later. Exterior, school playground, day. Children, 6 to 11, bolt out of school as if they've been cooped up for an eternity. Later, most children are vigorously involved in some physical activity, playing tag, jumping rope, tossing balls. Adam, now 7, is with Joseph, 7, a cerebral-looking boy, observing an ant colony. Momentarily, a bully, 10, and 2 sidekicks, 10, intrude upon their low-key fun.
Looky here, we've got Adam and Eve.
The sidekicks laugh. Both Adam and Joseph cringe.
Don't either of you talk? He's Joseph, not Eve.
The bully takes a threatening step closer to Adam, cocking his right arm back.
What did you say?
The bully is now face to face with him. Adam closes his eyes and plays the song from his birth, fast forward in his head. Quickly, it gets to the very end, which he hears at regular speed, and is consumed by it. The bully looks at Joseph.
What's the matter with...
Everything stops. Adam opens his eyes and takes a long look at the bully, with his powerful arm poised to do damage. Then he makes a dash for a tree about 10 yards away. Moments later, he peeks out from behind the tree and he sees his schoolmates come back to life.
What happened? Where'd he go?
The bully shakes his head, befuddled, and looks questioningly at his sidekicks, then back at Joseph.
You know, don't you?
I don't know.
The bully's sidekicks converge on Joseph and hold him by his arms.
You don't know, do you?
And with that, the bully steps up and punches Joseph in the face. Adam squirms behind the tree, his eyes tearing.
So you don't know where he went, eh?
No, he just disappeared. Please don't hit me.
Adam closes his eyes as before, and the song speeds through his head again. And again, the bully cocks his arm to punch Joseph. Suddenly, the scene freezes. Adam comes out from behind the tree and runs up to the bully.
Don't do it. He's my friend. He didn't do anything wrong. Somebody's going to see you. They'll tell the principal, and your father will find out. I've heard about his strap. He'll beat you so bad. Just please don't. He's my friend, okay?
Adam steps back, still in view of the bully, who comes back to life, and stops his punch inches from Joseph's face. He looks puzzled, and even more so when they see Adam.
Let him go.
He takes another astonished look at Adam.
Let's get out of here.